Hey folks, today it's finally time for the complete recap of Robotboy. Before we get into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Let's get started! For those who may not know, Robotboy often sparks debates about its originality. It's compared to Astro Boy, My Life as a Teenage Robot, and Whatever Happened to Robot Jones, for similar themes and characters. That's why some view these similarities as homages while others see them as ripoffs. Now, the entire plot of the series starts when Professor Mashimu, a respected scientist and part-time inventor, creates this incredible robot boy. Now, we have Tommy, a curious and adventurous 10-year-old who's a big fan of Professor Mashimu. Fascinated by Mashimu's work, Tommy writes to him eagerly waiting for his next invention. But here's where things get interesting. To protect Robotboy from his arch-nemesis, Dr. Kamikaze, Professor Mashimu decides to entrust him to Tommy. Sure, leaving a high-tech robot with a 10-year-old might raise a few eyebrows, but hey, that's what makes for a great show, right? Set in the vibrant city of San Francisco, we follow Tommy's everyday life with his two friends, Gus and Lola, and, of course, Robotboy. They navigate school life while also teaching and training the robot boy to blend into society just like a regular kid. And let's not forget, they're tackling bad guys along the way for some action-packed adventures. Now, about Robotboy. He's pretty awesome. He's the epitome of the fish-out-of-water trope, having little understanding of the world around him. This leads to a barrage of questions about how and why things are the way they are. This curiosity builds a unique bond between him and Tommy, akin to a father figure or an older brother. Now, Robotboy is a marvel of modern robotics, equipped with an array of astounding features and abilities, each tailored to its unique modes of activation: deactivated, activated, and super activated. In his compact deactivated mode, Robotboy is small enough to fit into a backpack, making him the perfect undercover companion. But don't let his size fool you. When super activated, he transforms into an almost indestructible fighting machine. His arsenal is nothing short of extraordinary. He can zoom through the sky with jet propulsion, blow away objects with his mighty wind breath, and unleash supersonic waves with his voice. And that's just for starters. His arms transform into powerful drills, he's got infrared vision for hide and seek, and his hands morph into gigantic strength-enhanced weapons. His rocket launchers, they create massive mushroom clouds. And his armor, tough enough to resist flamethrowers. He can shrink, grow, and even regenerate his head. Plus, he's a quick learner, space-resistant, and has a detector that can find the tiniest robots or track a cat's scent in a bustling city.
That's Robotboy's agro capacitor. Without it.
But even a robot as advanced as Robotboy has his weaknesses. Low or dead batteries can revert him to his deactivated mode, emotional responses like crying can deplete his oil, and he must avoid human food and certain liquids to prevent circuitry issues. Although immensely strong, there are limits to what he can lift, especially in normal mode. Oh, and by the way, electricity and magic are his Achilles heels. Now, moving on, other than Robotboy, there are a total of 8 main characters that you are going to repeatedly see throughout the series.
Fine! Go on! Nobody's stopping you! I won't miss you!
First up, we have Tommy, who is not just Robotboy's keeper, he's more of a best friend. Their bond is the heart of many adventures, with Tommy often being the one in need of rescue. But like any friendship, it's not without its hiccups. Tommy, sometimes influenced by Gus, can be a bit naive, and might use Robotboy to escape the mundane tasks of his childhood, like school. Yet, despite these occasional missteps, their friendship stands strong.
Hey, wait! All that fight, no go! Mushimo, say so!
Then there's Lola. While she and Robotboy don't interact as much, their friendship is marked by mutual respect and protective instincts. And let's not forget the surprise on Robotboy's face when Lola kisses him goodbye in the homecoming.
Don't leave me! You're the only real friend I've got!
On the other hand, Gus's relationship with Robotboy is a bit more complex. Although they're friends, Gus tends to manipulate Robotboy for his own gain, which often leads to conflicts. Yet Robotboy's protective side also extends to Gus, rescuing him numerous times.
Huh? Doll?
Then there's Robot Girl's entry into the series, which adds a fascinating dynamic. Initially, Robot Boy is wary of her, but they quickly bond playing tag and looking out for each other. Robot Boy's protective instincts kick in when he shields Robot Girl from Bat clones and insists on rescuing her from Dr. Kamikaze.
We go now.
Next up, we have Dr. Kamikaze, who stands as Robot Boy's arch-enemy. Robot Boy is always ready to thwart Kamikaze's plans, whether it's to reprogram, clone, or harm Tommy. Their confrontations are always intense, highlighting Robot Boy's determination to protect his friends.
I am sorry, boss.
We also have Constantine, who is working with Kamikaze to present a unique challenge to Robot Boy. While their interactions are less frequent, their encounters are significant. Interestingly, Robot Boy shows a more tolerant, even friendly side towards Constantine when he's not directly opposing him.
The greatest fighting robot of all time! Yeah!
And then there's Bjornbot, Robot Boy's equal in strength. Their rivalry is intense, locked in an eternal struggle for power, as per the rules of robot fighting. Despite this, Robot Boy has managed to defeat Bjornbot several times.
Only one way save Mashimo. Robot Boy, Robot Girl, get in the mold.
Last but not least, Proto Boy, Robot Boy's brother and enemy. Their relationship is complex, transitioning from friendship to rivalry as Proto Boy's destructive actions escalate. Despite being adversaries, Robot Boy harbors feelings for his brother and hopes to sway him from his evil ways. Now, let's dive into the actual story. Alright, the season starts off with Tommy and Gus, who were just walking through their bustling neighborhood when they stumbled upon a lost puppy. This wasn't just any puppy. It had the most innocent eyes and wagging tail that just tugged at your heartstrings. Tommy couldn't resist. He adopted him on the spot and named him Scooter. Scooter quickly became a beloved member of Tommy's family. He was playful, adorable, and had this way of creating a warm atmosphere in the Turnbull household. But then, something unexpected happened. One day, Tommy, his family, and Robot Boy had to leave Scooter alone at home. And that's when Scooter underwent a mysterious transformation. He turned into a half-beast, half-machine creature. This change in Scooter led to a thrilling showdown between his dog instincts and Robot Boy's power. Tommy and Robot Boy had to put their heads together to figure out what caused Scooter's transformation and how to protect the robotic friend. During this chaos, Tommy and Lola found themselves in Tommy's room, surrounded by gadgets and tools, trying to repair Robot Boy. They were so close to getting him back to his full glory when Gus burst in with his usual enthusiasm. But, oh no, Gus accidentally knocked over a stack of Robot Boy's parts, creating a mess. And there, among the debris, lay Robot Boy's aggro capacitor, an essential component for his combat abilities. Now Tommy, Lola, and Gus had to face the seriousness of their situation. Without the aggro capacitor, Robot Boy couldn't defend himself or his friends from evil forces. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Tommy embarked on a darker mission. He had to retrieve the aggro capacitor to restore Robot Boy's functionality. So they set off on a thrilling ride, soaring over Kaziland, unknowingly catching the attention of the notorious Dr. Kamikaze and his sidekick Constantine. As they plot to ambush our heroes, Tommy and the gang are marveling at the wonders of Mashimu's lab, where they meet Mashimu's fiancée, Mew Mew. But as luck would have it, trouble follows them. Gus accidentally alerts Dr. Kamikaze to their location, and the situation quickly escalates, with Kamikaze and his clones launching an attack. Amidst the chaos, Mashimu and Mew Mew work frantically to upgrade Robot Boy while Tommy and Lola try to fend off the invaders. Just when you think things can't get more intense, Robot Boy, now super activated, jumps into action, displaying his awe-inspiring powers. He bravely battles the clones, but Dr. Kamikaze plays his trump card, capturing Tommy. In a dramatic turn of events, Robot Boy faces a heart-wrenching dilemma: save Tommy or risk everything? With quick thinking, Tommy escapes, leading to a high-stakes chase ending in the ocean. Back at the lab, Mashimu expresses his gratitude, and there's a touching moment where Tommy suggests Robot Boy should stay with his creator. But Mashimu, wise and kind, insists Robot Boy belongs with Tommy. And with that, they fly off ready for their next big adventure. But slowly, we start seeing Robot Boy discover emotions and, in this case, love. The story moves on to Robocon, the ultimate robot fighting championship that just hit town. There's a buzz all around about Mona Lethal, the robot who's not just a fierce competitor, but also a heart stealer among the robotic crowd. But here's the thing. Tommy, who's always been the decision maker for Robot Boy, isn't keen on letting him join the fray this time. However, when Tommy steps out and leaves Robot Boy under Gus's watch, things take a turn. Gus, seeing an opportunity, nudges Robot Boy to enter the competition, promising him that Mona Lethal will be utterly impressed by his fighting skills. And guess what? Robot Boy goes on and does all that, and with his incredible abilities, breezes through the competition, setting up an electrifying final showdown with none other than the stunning Mona Lethal herself. Now, Robot Boy is not just battling for the title, he's also grappling with his newfound feelings of love for Mona. It's a classic tale of heart versus might. Will Robot Boy triumph over the most formidable robot in the competition and win Mona's heart? Well, he doesn't fight her at first, giving her the opportunity to beat him. But he eventually fights back and defeats her. In another episode, we also see Robot Boy cry for the first time. Tommy faces a tough situation after being teased by Bambi for not knowing how to talk to attractive women, and he's left in tears. Seeing his friend distressed, Robot Boy, curious about human emotions, asks Tommy about his tears, wanting to understand crying. Meanwhile, the villainous Dr. Kamikaze, spying on the Turnbulls, gets an idea from a fishy snack gone wrong. He figures out that if he can make Robot Boy cry and deplete his oil, he can take control of him. The next day, Tommy and Gus head to a matinee, thanks to Mrs. Turnbull. The play features a lonely candy maker who creates a chocolate boy named Makio. Despite the fun, when the candy maker, played by Constantine, dies, Robot Boy is moved to tears and deactivates. Kamikaze seizes this chance. He captures Tommy and Gus, brainwashes Robot Boy, and sets him against Tommy. In a dramatic turn of events, Tommy's heartfelt pleas and tears remind Robot Boy of his own emotions, triggering his memory and returning him to his old self. He saves the day by defeating Kamikaze's minions. In a sweet moment, Robot Boy tells Tommy it's okay to be a crybaby, to which Tommy eventually agrees. But Kamikaze's plans aren't over yet. He orders Constantine to bring out a super-activated Makio. The twist? Gus has already eaten it. But the story takes another twist. Bjorn Bjornsson, a former student of Professor Mashimu, reemerges with a radical ambition: to turn robots into humans. This idea resonates with Robot Boy, who had always harbored a deep desire to become a real boy. Bjorn's proposal reignited this longing in Robot Boy. Now Robot Boy, grappling with a profound dilemma, recalls Mashimu's wise words: no robot can ever become a real human. Yet the allure of becoming human is irresistible. Curious, he heads to Bjorn's secluded lab. But there, he finds himself at Bjorn's mercy, as the inventor readies him for a transformative operation to become Bobby. Just in time, Professor Mashimu and Tommy arrive. They're up against Bjorn and his formidable creation, Brother Bjorn. They need to convince Robot Boy that Bjorn's promises are merely illusions. It's a tense showdown. Robot Boy finally realizes what is happening and snaps out of all these lies, eventually defeating Bjornbot. Now, as the story progresses, Robot Boy discovers other emotions as well, including jealousy. Tommy, Gus, Lola, and Robot Boy are engrossed in a robot fighting competition on TV, when suddenly they're treated to an unexpected sneak peek into Professor Mashimu's lab. Much to the professor's and his assistant Mew Mew's dismay, the TV crew mistakenly refers to Mashimu's latest creation as Robot Guy, which he corrects to Robot Man, a name he soon realizes should have remained a secret. The plot thickens when the kids, minus Robot Boy, are amazed to learn that Mashimu has developed a more advanced robot. A mysterious giant box arrives, and inside it, they discover the formidable Robot Man. This new robot knows all about the kids, even referring to Gus as Goose, and soon begins showcasing his superior abilities. From lifting cars and houses to whizzing around the world in seconds, Robot Man's powers leave everyone, especially Robot Boy, feeling overshadowed. As night falls, Robot Boy's spirits are low. He tries to find comfort with Tommy, only to be startled by Robot Man's unexpected self-activation. Robot Man, flaunting his advanced features, coldly tells Robot Boy he's no longer needed, insisting that robots don't form friendships. This leaves Robot Boy heartbroken, especially seeing Tommy turn away in his sleep. The next morning, Robot Man's overbearing nature becomes apparent. He wakes Tommy with a loud horn and pesters him non-stop. While Gus initially adores Robot Man, his opinion quickly changes when Robot Man harshly dismisses him as unworthy of Tommy's company, leading to a shocking revelation. Robot Boy is gone. Tommy, now regretting Robot Man's presence, insists on finding Robot Boy, but Robot Man insists on school first. After school, the search for Robot Boy turns tense as Robot Man's temper flares. In a dramatic turn, Tommy tries to take control, only to be thwarted by Robot Man's self-defense mechanisms. As Lola and Gus are in danger, Tommy's leap of faith calls Robot Boy to the rescue. Robot Boy saves them, but Robot Man saves Tommy, declaring Robot Boy replaced. A fierce showdown ensues between Robot Boy and Robot Man. When Robot Man's aggression escalates, Professor Mashimu intervenes, deactivating him. However, Robot Man, defiant and self-aware, refuses to be subdued. An intense battle follows, with Robot Boy cleverly outmaneuvering Robot Man, ultimately leading to Robot Man's defeat in a trash compactor. In the last episode of the series, we see Tommy and his friends having a sleepover in their backyard. They're all in their tents having fun making shadow puppets, when suddenly they spot what they think is a spider shadow. But plot twist, it's an actual spider, and it freaks them out so much that they all dash into Lola's tent. Gus, though, isn't too keen on the girly vibe of Lola's tent and convinces the others to leave. Just then, something wild happens. A mysterious object crashes onto a nearby hill. The boys, being the curious adventurers they are, go to check it out and discover it's a mechanical pod. Inside, they find Robot Girl. She's a bit of a fixer-upper, her logic circuits and emotional chip are a bit wonky, and she's got a memory issue. The boys attempt to repair her, but she's still a bit all over the place, even accidentally punching Gus. Now, this is where it gets intense. Robot Girl plays a holographic message from Professor Mashimu, who's in danger and needs help. Despite her glitches, Tommy believes Robot Girl can lead them to Mashimu. The gang, now with Lola's help, set out to an abandoned titanium factory, where they find Mashimu held captive by the villainous Proto Boy. Proto Boy's got the evil plan to trap Robot Boy and Robot Girl in titanium molds. But things don't go as expected. Robot Girl, battling with her logic and emotions, decides to confront Proto Boy. It's an epic showdown, but Proto Boy gets the upper hand, knocking out Robot Girl's batteries. Just when things look bleak, Lola cleverly distracts Proto Boy, claiming there's another stronger robot. This buys time for Robot Boy, now super activated, to save the day. He blasts Proto Boy, who nearly falls into the liquid titanium. The factory starts collapsing, but Robot Boy heroically flies everyone to safety, leaving Proto Boy's fate a mystery. Now, here's the thing. After the conclusion of Season 2, Cartoon Network decided that Robot Boy had reached its natural end, leading them to withdraw from the production. This move in 2008 wasn't unique to Robot Boy. Several other co-productions experienced the same fate as the network shifted its focus to a new lineup of shows they were keenly interested in. For years, fans of Robot Boy have been curious about the future of the series. And 8 years after the show's second season ended, the creator, Jan, made it clear that there were no plans to revive Robot Boy for new episodes, confirming the show's permanent cancellation. Although it's been almost 14 years since the show ended, and it remains officially canceled, the world of entertainment has seen many surprising comebacks. So while it seems unlikely, there's always a chance that Robot Boy might be revived in some form in the future. And there you have it, folks. Hit that like button if you had as much fun as I did, and dive into the next video for more mind-blowing content.